Hello, lovely people. And today we are on G of the A to Z of women's health. And today I'm going to talk about grief, but not grief in a way of losing a parent or somebody close to us. I want to talk about grief of miscarriage. And the reason I am putting this in A to Z of women's health is because sometimes when a woman loses a baby through a miscarriage, 80% of miscarriages are in the first trimester. Now, if you think about that, not many of you, if you've ever been pregnant, tell anybody that you're pregnant in the first 3 months of pregnancy. So that then makes it even harder because it's something that you are keeping to yourself. And when you start to talk about if you've ever experienced a miscarriage, it's surprising how many other people say, oh, yes, that happened to me. It's thought that 80% of women, well, 1 in 4 women will experience a miscarriage, and 80% of those miscarriages will occur in the first trimester. So it's quite difficult because if you lose a baby, you have, as well as the grief, you also have emotions. And as a woman, I'm sure you're aware of the roller coaster of emotions that we experience. It's one of the hardest it's one of the hardest griefs that people have to deal with, simply because not many people knew about the pregnancy. Also because there wasn't actually a person there. So it's quite difficult for other people to understand unless you've gone through it. And there are also ectopic pregnancies as well, where people didn't know they were pregnant. And that can cause, they might not have known they were pregnant, but then when they discover they were, and they might have been trying for a long time, that can cause a lot of grief as well. And I've been working with women for a long time now, and I found that a lot of women bury this grief because they then may go on to have other babies and they're happy for their children, but they never really had come to terms with that grief. And some of the comments I might hear during a consultation are, other than my husband, no one knew I was pregnant. So it was quite difficult because I was feeling sad and moody and I couldn't really explain to other people why. Other people have said to me, we've been trying for so long, and I can't help feeling that that was my last chance. So as well as the grief, you've got all these other things going on as well. When I gave birth, I thought our little family would be complete, and that didn't actually happen. So there are all these things. Comments I hear are, I'm devastated, we wanted this so much, or this is my 3rd miscarriage and I'm not sure I can face this again. And that makes getting pregnant again harder because there's a lot of emotion there and fear. Other things that I hear are, it was horrible, they just took my baby away. That was for someone that had to actually give birth to their baby, even though they knew it would be stillborn. My hormones are still all over the place. And then another one that I hear quite a lot is women feel guilty. They say, I feel so guilty for losing our baby. It's a sadness that is overwhelming for women, and I don't actually think from the women that I've worked with and that I've helped, I don't think they ever truly get over it. There's also comes lots of anxieties about future pregnancies. So it's very, very complicated. And I think what complicates it more is the fact that not many people knew that you might have been pregnant. Now, there are 2 remedies that I sometimes suggest to women, and you can easily, if you're going through something like this at the moment, you can easily get hold of these from a good homeopathic pharmacist. There's sorry, my dog. There's Ignatia, which is where your emotions are up and down. 1 minute you might be feeling okay, and the next minute sadness will overtake you, and you might find yourself crying. And this could be 5 years on, could be 10, 20 years on. Ignatia, it doesn't matter how long ago your grief happened, you can use Ignatia. Another remedy is Nat Mur. Another grief remedy is Nat Mur. And that is where you might be holding everything in, not showing your emotions, because not many people knew that you were pregnant. You might be sighing a lot, and you feel like you want to cry, but you're unable to. So they're 2 remedies. I will pop them in the comments. If you find you're struggling, please reach out, get in touch. There are lots of charities as well, and grief counselling that I certainly recommend. So thank you for listening. And remember, you're not alone. More women experience that than you know, and there are a lot of support charities. I will also pop them in the comments below. If you like receiving these videos, please subscribe to my channel, and then you'll be notified each time I go live. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.